In an effort to improve takings at the cafe bar where he works in Crete, Brian came up with a cunning plan.
That's not bad.
He persuaded his boss to invest in extra food and staff to serve traditional English Sunday lunches. The only problem was, no one came.
All right, bye. Bye. Bye.
Next day, Brian and Andrew went on holiday, but in typical Brian fashion, he forgot to tell his boss Nick that he'd gone.
So, how's the cocktail?
It's lovely.
It is, isn't it?
But now he's home, Brian knows he's going to have to come up with something really good to pacify his boss and keep his job.
Oh, wait, he's going to be in a big trouble when he comes back. We'll have big problems.
At Brian and Andrew's villa in Crete, the builders are progressing rapidly on Pete and Les's downstairs apartment. The main interior walls have been built, and it's time for the plastering and tiling to begin. For Brian and Andrew, though, their thoughts have now returned to the practicalities of their employment and earning an honest crust.
I'm still working for the car hire, and I've had some work during the winter. Brian's been working at Palmer's, doing sort of function nights and organising things, but they haven't all been as successful, I think, as Nick, who owns Palmer's, would have liked. But Brian's come up with this new idea of a talent show, which he really thinks is going to be the one that's going to bring everybody out of sort of their winter hibernation and down to Palmer's and turning into the success that Nick really is looking for.
So today is D-Day for Brian, and as he makes his way to his boss's house, the pressure's on to persuade Nick that his latest idea is worth a punt.
I've got to convince him because I don't think he has any idea what a talent contest is. I mean, he may do, but I've got to convince him that that's it, because life has been extremely difficult. I mean, really, really difficult.
Nick is, he's the one eventually that has to sort of put some money behind these things, and I think he's just beginning to feel that every time Brian comes up with an idea, he has to put his hand in his pocket, bring some money out, and he doesn't get the return that he's expecting from it. So I think that might be where the relationship is beginning to sort of fall slightly apart.
One of the things that he's not going to like is that I need some money for a prize.
All right.
It's almost like bribe money to get people in, but it's like spend money to make money.
But your ideas haven't made money up to now, have they?
They haven't.
I mean, he keeps coming up with different ideas, and we do try them, but they don't always work. I mean, we did Sunday lunches, which seemed a good idea on paper, and there's no reason why it shouldn't have worked, but it didn't. There was only 3 of us turned up, and I was one of those, Brian was one, and there was one other. I mean, that just didn't work at all.
I think that if he doesn't go for this, I'm going to be out of a job.
Really?
I do. I am very nervous about it because I just don't know how he will react.
Well, good luck, Brian.
Hi.
Hi, Brian.
Hello,
Hey.
Nick. Nice to see you, thank you. It's cold.
Yeah, I know.
And with the pleasantries over, Brian gets straight to the point.
I've got another idea for you. Talent night.
What do you mean, talent night?
Well, we could have a talent night.
No reaction so far. Keep going, Brian.
I've not actually found anybody yet, but the sort of thing I'm thinking of is miming, dancing, ventriloquism, reading some sort of script, poetry, those type of things, playing an instrument.
I'm still not sure you're getting through, Brian.
Just that sort of thing that is... a knife eater as well. I mean, you could do that, or blowing fire, but it might set fire to the shop, so we don't really want to do it. Never mind. I'm not impressing you, am I?
I don't know, have tried a few things here, like, the meal that we're going to do Sunday didn't work.
No.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think
is this going to cost me money?
Yes. I'm suggesting €100 prize. And I was thinking as an inducement to bring people in, maybe the first 50, 60, 70 people get a free drink. I think it'll work. I mean, this is
Line direct for everybody. You know, we're talking about $100. Like, I have to prepare to lose $300, €300.
Yes. I really believe it'll work.
Well, I want to believe the same, you know. But
Yeah.
Surprisingly, after a while, Brian's dogged persistence seems to be paying off, as he slowly brings his boss round to the idea.
There will be a few tourists here then, on the date I've got in mind.
Okay.
And I will work on it. I'll do all the posters, we'll do all the marketing, we'll do the PR. So, you know, we could really sort of go to town.
Okay, but, you know, I need to see some result this time, you know, because we can't have, we need to have a success this
We
time.
will.
It's the last chance.
Oh dear.
You know, I want to make sure that this will work. $300, $300, you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I need to make sure that we'll have some results.
We will. We will.
Okay.
Okay.
So, mission accomplished. But this time, Brian knows he's got to pull off a success, or he's in for the chop. But now, in high spirits, he rushes off to give Andrew the good news.
Good, you're smiling, that's a start.
I am.
It's a success, he's gone for it?
Yes.
Good.
Very good, very good. One problem.
You've got to find some talent.
Yes.
You just did a little turn there, so that'll be one.
I'll do a shimmy.
Go and find some talent. Go
You're
find
the
some talent.
stripper.
I'm not the stripper.
Yes, you are.
I am not. It's meant to be a success, not a flop.
Well, okay,
Go
fine.
there.
Don't go there. No, we're going
Go
to...
and find some talent.
We will. We will.
Not often
That
you
is
get asked
really, really good news.
It's not often you get asked that, is it?
No, it's not. Don't go there. It's, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. He was really... Okay, we'll go for it.
In Crete, Brian and Andrew are busy making a poster, which they hope will create interest in Brian's latest harebrained entrepreneurial idea for the cafe bar where he works. A talent night.
No, it's nearly there.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Well,
Do you have a talent to entertain? Come to our talent night, Saturday there, time. €100 prize for the winner, first drink free. Sign up by contacting Brian on and phone number.
well, yeah, it's not bad.
Well, what else do you want on there?
Well, why don't we put my name in there then?
Yes, but why put your name there? You know, it's
Well,
not
I'm
your
present-
bar. It's.
Well, I'm not suggesting it is my bar, but I'm putting the thing on.
Don't you think we're getting a bit above ourselves
Well,
here?
maybe. Just see what it looks like.
So you want Brian Saunders presents? Is that what you want?
Well, Alfred Hitchcock used to do it.
Yes, but Alfred Hitchcock was Alfred Hitchcock. What, Brian's talent night or Brian Saunders?
And maybe Brian's talent night would be best. That looks silly. Right, can you make it go bigger? That looks quite nice, don't you?
Well, it sort of
Okay.
sticks out, doesn't it?
Oh, that's
rather?
all right then. Then they got a good deal. Yeah, that'll do.
Well, shall I put these stars in there then?
Oh, yes. So I've got star billing then.
Well,
Oh. I reckon that looks good. And it isn't an ego trip.
Oh no, perish the thought, Brian.
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I print one off?
Print away.
Next morning, Brian's up bright and early and full of enthusiasm, ready to drum up interest in his talent show. And who should he meet first but Charlene? She was Brian and Andrew's less than popular lodger, and she's with her father.
Talent night.
What is it?
In you know Palmer's Bar?
Yes.
Yeah. We have a talent night. I want you to take part.
Me?
Yes.
Well, see, this is
On
a
Saturday.
English idea.
Yeah. It's a good idea, yeah?
I never hear something like this.
Well, it seems Brian's sales patter may need some refinement if his talent show is going to be a truly international affair.
I show my wife. Maybe she can nap as well.
Still, undeterred by the German response, Brian bravely soldiers on with his marketing campaign. From accosting random people in the street to twisting the arm of every contact he has.
Talent, local talent. You have an act.
Oh no, I cannot do such thing. I work, you know.
Well, if at first you don't succeed,
Great dancers, you see me?
Only a part, okay?
And even the trees are enlisted to help. So after all that, it's back to his evening shift behind the bar at Palmer's, and a chance to report back to Andrew.
What have we got talent-wise coming then?
You want to see?
I do want to see, yes. Nothing.
A big, fat zero.
Well, what happened to all the people you went round to see?
Look, they all said they were interested.
But,
I have nobody.
well, don't you think you need to sort of find me somebody, like, quick? Time is of the essence here. We need to get...
Well, don't have a go, Andrew.
What? But have they not confirmed?
Yes, my job's on the line here.
I know that. And who's going to end up having to pay for the free drinks? Probably me. So nobody's going to do anything.
Well, nobody's contacted me, Andrew. Nobody's rung that number.
Well, we've got to have something here.
I know.
You're going to be standing there for 2 hours. They're all going to turn up for a free drink, because they all want the free drink.
I know they will.
And you're going to be standing there, making yourself look ridiculous. More ridiculous. Can I make a suggestion?
Go on.
Bring in some professional help.
Right. Who?
Well, how about a drag act, Fiona Motion? Every time we see her performing somewhere, there's always crowds of people there. She has a following. She draws people in.
She does.
Just a suggestion. Give her a call. Go on. Time is precious. Get on with it. The clock is ticking. Otherwise, we're going to end up like this.
A forest of empty seats.
Yes. Which will do none of us any good at all. So, make that call now. So I think he's reluctantly accepted the fact that we need to get assistance on this, and Fiona Motion will, hopefully, to use her own words, put some motion into the thing and get people willing to stand up there and do something.
Who is Fiona Motion?
Well, she's a drag act, basically, a cabaret drag act. She's very good, and everywhere that she goes, there's a lot of people go there to see her. She's got a big following, and she is very good.
Just as well, if Brian's going to keep his job. Next day, with the builders working apace to finish their job, Brian and Andrew finally decide it's time to send news to their friends Pete and Les in Wales. After all, the apartment downstairs is supposed to be their holiday home.
Hey,
Yep.
we've had some pictures come through from Craig.
Christ, I don't believe that. That's the floor going down.
In fact, this is the first they've heard about the work even being started.
Well, if that's the right way round, that's a new door gone in. No, I don't remember talking about a new door.
Right, let's have a look. Let's see what else there is. Good God.
Good. They're a lot further on than I thought. I didn't expect to see any changes. It looks, now the tiles have gone down, that's getting a bit near almost finished.
I don't know where it... I can't make out where that is. I'd like to... Oh!
Good God. They've got all that driveway done. Look, they've got a garage door going on. Now, I wouldn't mind it. We've been out there when some of this was going on, but it seems as though we've gone from absolutely nothing to almost completion.
Well, I don't know about completion, but they've certainly done a lot since we were out there last.
Yeah, but I'd have thought they'd
It's
let us
looking
know
better.
about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking better, but wouldn't it have been a good idea to be informed? It's supposed to be our apartment downstairs.
I'd like to have heard some input.
Now we're actually looking at an almost completed apartment, and we've had no contact with them. It's almost as though they've completely sidelined us. I'm quite pleased to see that it's all coming together, but I smell a bit of a rat, so I think we better get out there as soon as we can, Liz. Get on the net and see if we can book some flights.
But back in Crete, oblivious to Pete and Les's concerns, Brian has a new crisis of his own.
Good, nice to see you working.
He's gone to see Fiona Motion, the drag artist who had initially agreed to take part in his talent show, but now seems to be having major doubts.
This is the problem I have. Brian, star, but no Fiona. And it'd be nice if my name was on here.
Right.
Preferably at the top would be nice.
Right, okay. So you want top billing?
Yes, I would. Because I feel that I've got a reputation in this area, so I could pull in the people. And if my name was on here, I think you'd...
Oh, I don't think there's any
you'd probably
question
get a
about
full
your
house.
name being there. But you wanted above mine, okay?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have a problem. This is not an ego trip for me.
No, it's...
Because I want this to work. This is like my last chance.
Oh, that sounds sort of...
It is a bit, yeah.
What, at Palmer's?
Yeah. And I want it to work. And if I make nothing out of it, doesn't matter. You're a good man.
Thank you. Wine?
Why not?
Yes, wine.
You seem to have settled that.
I think so, yeah. Because it was serious. I mean, I don't care if he has top billing. It doesn't matter. He's here making a living as a professional performer. He's not a drag artist. He's just he's a performer. And he's on our side.
Red. That's all I have.
Oh.
Sorry.
I normally only
Rest.
drink white.
Well, so
However.
a successful evening.
Yeah, mass.
And hopefully not your last at Palmer's.
I hope it's not, because I love it there.
Cheers.
And
Yeah,
we'll
mass.
work. Yeah, mass, yeah.
So, with Brian's bacon saved, they get down to the finer details of the show.
Now, I've got some costumes out. I wondered,
Right.
Do you think... I'm thinking glitter. A
You're thinking
spectacular
glitter?
evening, glitter.
Go
I'm
on.
thinking, like, this is just a jacket. It's gone a bit faded because I wore it last summer, but...
Huh?
And blonde wig.
Blonde wig, yes, I like.
There's a carnival wig from Crete. I'm thinking...
Yes, absolutely,
Crystal
yes.
tits, Alistair.
Absolutely, right.
Big.
Okay. So that's agreed. Blonde wig.
Blonde wig.
Yeah.
And glitterer.
Yeah, just a bit of,
Razzmatazz.
you know, pizzazz.
Sorted.
Good, but not those shoes.
No, these, what size are you?
11.
Might fit you.
I don't think so.
What about these?
I've never tried it, actually. I've never tried shoes like this. Shall I?
Go on. Nobody's looking.
No, there's no.
Only a few million viewers.
Oh, they fit. I feel like Cinderella. They do fit. God.
There's no question what you're wearing.
I was going to say,
There's an idea, Brian. Sisters. Why don't we both do it in drag?
No, how on earth? No, how on earth do people walk in these?
That's where those Frankenstein films. It's alive. Try have a few steps. Oh, look, it comes natural. Al natural.
That is unbelievable.
I like this.
You like I can twirl?
Yes.
I'll have no.
It's like riding a bicycle.
Shut
Never
up.
forget.
I never. I am not a bike.
I'm tired.
That is no. I mean, I just don't have feet for these things.
You get used to them.
Oh God, how on earth do the ladies get on with those? Oh God, they are terrible.
Right.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Paul. That was great.
See you later.
Yeah, it'll be all right, won't it?
Brilliant.
Sure.
Don't worry.
Great. Not a word about those shoes. Do not tell Andrew about those shoes. I don't do stilettos.
Yeah, whatever you say, Brian.
Unless there's no moon.
So, the talent show appears to be back on track. And across town, there might even be some more good news for Brian.
So? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It seems Charlene and her dad are thinking about taking part after all, and are working on a dance routine, but rehearsals aren't going well. It seems there's an element of disagreement about choreography and exactly what form it should take.
Ja, kannst du ja auch.
Ja, aber nicht so.
Wieso denn nicht?
Nein, weil das aussieht, weil du dich nicht anstrengst. Das kann ja wohl nicht so schön
Oh dear, maybe it's not such good news for Brian after all.
Du bist ja bescheuert, bist du ja. Ich bin doch locker. Weiß gar nicht, was sie will.
Meanwhile, back at the villa, Brian's got a few adjustments to make to his beloved poster.
So what have we got to change on here now? What doesn't Fiona like?
Well, he's co-presenting with me, and he doesn't like it just being Brian's. So once...
Brian and Fiona, motion.
No, I think he wants Fiona Motion with Brian. And if I'm quite honest, he doesn't really want my name on there at all. Now, I don't, Andrew, have a particular problem as long as you get this wretched night out of the way, because it's driving me bananas. If she wants top billing, give it to her.
All right. Then come to Fiona Motion and Brian's talent night.
No, it's not her. That's the whole bloody point. It's not her night. It's my night, co-hosted by her. But if that is going to get the bloody posters out, that'll do.
Are you sure?
Now stick my name in bold. See what that looks like.
Well, it seems Brian's not ready to give up the fight just yet.
That'll do. She's got top billing. I've got it in bold.
Yes, but are you then going to come back saying she wants it in bold as well?
I don't think she will. She's got what she's asked for. She hasn't asked for it in bold.
Yes, but does she know yours is going to be bold and hers isn't? I don't want to print 50 wrong and then have to do 50 more.
This is wearing me out.
In the next programme, Pete and Les arrive in Crete and at last get to see their finished flat. But their reaction is not what Brian and Andrew were expecting.
It's different, isn't it?
It is definitely different.
And the tensions in the villa mount.
I mean, I think that was a really ungrateful sort of response.
Then things get even worse when Brian and Andrew have a serious bust-up.
I don't think I should have to apologise. I've done nothing wrong.
But at least Brian's talent show finally gets underway. Or is it Fiona's?
Sorry, that's your show, isn't it?